past 100 years, the most admired films of all time have turned into everlasting franchises, telling stories through sequels and prequels to expand the tales of which catch the eyes of many viewers have inspired to make films of their own, such as Steven Spielberg, George Lucas, James Cameron, and Ridley Scott. These films made many series which involved in many legends of their own, creating timelines that only viewers can understand and keep their passionate communities entrenched in each film's world and universes. But when two brothers joined Hollywood in the 1920s and combined their dreams together, the event produced something magical that captured the hearts and dreams of billions and changed the film's industry forever. Disney films. On October 16, 1923, Walt Disney and Royal Disney created the studio that we all love and know today, Disney Studios, which produced many animated classics in the 20th century, such as The Lion King, The Little Mermaid, Cinderella, and Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. In this century, they made Frozen, Big Hero 6, Tangled, and Zootopia. But Disney produced live-action movies with animation as well, such as Mary Poppins, Brave Nuts and Broomsticks, Pete's Dragon, and Who Framed Roger Rabbit. But now Disney is producing live-action movies that are remakes from their own Disney animation classics, which is a huge success. Has Disney run out of ideas and started making live-action movies for money? Well, let's take a look back to the past and find out. According to IMDb, the first ever Disney live-action remake was 101 Dalmatians in 1996, which is actually not in the case. Yeah, no. The ever live-action remake was one of the most forgotten ones. Disney Rudyard Kipling's The Jungle Book. Of Rudyard Kipling's classic tale of Mowgli and his adventures with the woman named Catherine. Released in December 25th, 1994 by Walt Disney Pictures, it received positive reviews and grossed to $43 million in the box office. Surprisingly, this is just one of the 3 Jungle Book live-action remakes. The second live-action remake was in 1998. Live-action direct-to-video film, The Jungle Book, Mowgli's Story, which is a little bit the same format as the first one, but this time Shere Khan wants to kill Mowgli because he's got shot by the villagers and blames it on Mowgli for it. But this time, at the end, Mowgli banishes Shere Khan and they lived happily ever after. The second live-action remake was, of course, 101 Dalmatians, which everyone knows and loves. It's basically the same plot as the animated movie, only the animals don't talk, and Cruella and her henchmen go to prison. The movie has a sequel called 102 Dalmatians in the 20s. Both were low money in the box office, but the first one, Dalmatian movie, made more. It will be another 10 years until a live-action remake will come. But in 2010, 2 new live-action movies were released in cinemas, Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland and The Sorcerer's Apprentice. The Sorcerer's Apprentice is also one of the forgettable ones because of the huge box office bomb of $250 million. Wonderland just appeared in screens 5 months before The Sorcerer's Apprentice. It was a massive box office success with over $1 billion. 4 years later, another live-action film was made based on Sleeping Beauty, Maleficent. Only in Maleficent is the main character and she wakes up sleeping Aurora from her curse. This was the second movie to show that true love's kiss doesn't really have to be a man or a prince. The first one was Frozen. It's like Alice in Wonderland, it made a huge success of $758 million. In 2015, Cinderella was the next live-action remake, and is of course another success of $542 million. 2016, Jon Favreau has created The Jungle Book and is becoming a phenomenal success just like Alice in Wonderland. This film has become the third but not final Jungle Book live-action remake to make by Disney. Also in 2016, the sequel of live-action remake Alice in Wonderland, Alice Through the Looking Glass is coming out in May 27th. Also, a new live action of Pete's Dragon coming out in August 12th. So what is the future hold for live action remakes for Disney? Well, according to Disney Wiki and other various websites, there's roughly about 14 films coming out as a live action remake, including 2 sequels of Maleficent and 2016 The Jungle Book. At some time in 2017, a new Beauty and the Beast film will appear in cinemas with Emma Watson as the leading role as Belle. There's gonna be an action remake of Dumbo with Tim Burton as the director of the film. There are still many live action projects still making as a live action movie, such as Mulan, Winnie the Pooh, Sorcerer's Stone, and Tinkerbell. So for the conclusion of these facts, these live action remakes that Disney has made are successful, just like the animated origins. But are Disney live action remakes just for money? Well, the answer is questionable, because you could argue that they are, but at the same time, these live action remakes make us more appreciated with the animated classics from our childhood. And the plot of these stories has made us debate which one is better, but we still love them no matter what. There are loads now, and there will be more in the future.